Okay, so today's a real bad weather day. I mean, it's snowing, it's blustering. You can see with Nina, that's how deep the snow is. But I'm gonna go ahead and go out and try and see if I can make a fire. I found a spot under the tree here that blocks the majority of the wind. And I just went into the woods to gather a bunch of dead brittle branches and stuff, and that stuff's abundant, it's everywhere. Okay, so I went ahead and moved the video up to my right up here, so that way, what I want to do with that is, it took about a good 5 minutes to get that into a roaring fire, but I just want to make sure that you see that it was just one light. I didn't edit, retake, or anything, so instead of having a really long video, I'm just gonna show that part up there of the fire actually burning into a roaring fire while I do the rest of the video. Okay, so there are some pieces of firewood that, like broken branches and stuff, that are easy access, and if you don't have proper gear with you, this is the stuff that you'd be going after, is mostly broken branches that fell off the tree and like have been dead for a really long time. They're going to be nice and dry and easy to light, but also they're just going to be easy to break apart. Sometimes two trees growing close together like this, if you don't have an axe or something, and you do need to break wood down to size, if you just take it in between one like this. At the point where to break it, whoop, see, that's one broke right there, but you want to try to get stuff that breaks easy. Whoop. So that helps you break it down to, sizes. But if you could break it in between a tree, that helps quite a bit. Okay, this is the firewood I managed to gather up. I've made sure everything that I did gather up, I was able to break using my feet or leverage or just snapping it. But unfortunately, today is too nice of a day. The wood's nice and dry. It's blue skies out. Everything's out. I mean, I could easily start a fire with what I got. What I want to do is wait for a bad weather day to actually do the fire. I could do the fire anytime because it's right here in my front yard. So I finally got a bad weather day going here. It's just windy and slightly snowing. It was snowing a little bit harder. Not too much. It was a good dusting. The wood, I went ahead and let it get all, covered with snow and wet and everything. So it's still dry, and I mean, this stuff it's still dry, brittle, easy to burn. I mean, I could light this stuff up, no problem. So I just what I'm gonna do on this one, get the wood wet. Just like, let's say a little bit of drizzle came down with that snow. But that way I could just show you we had to light damp wood on fire. Okay, so what I got going here is I got my little foundation made. I had some broken sumac, and I bridged them across a little hole I made in the snow. A little foundation or a grill or whatever you want to call it. But this is what I'm going to burn the tinder on. Okay, so I got the tinder set and the kindling ready to burn. I got everything right here within my reach to build the fire as it goes. And I got the branch right here to control the draft, to move it. And also to lift the kindling out of the way to stick in more tinder. If I have to throw in more tinder, all I have to do is just pick it up right here and stuff the tinder under there if the wood doesn't catch it because it's wet. But we'll see what happens. Let me go ahead and give it a light. Alright, there we go. Okay, once I get that going, I'm going to go ahead and keep feeding it What's important is to have a lot of tinder at hand, because your tinder is going to dry out the kindling. Okay, so it's looking like the fire that we got going up there in a more hostile, natural setting. I'd say it's a good roaring fire now, so we're going to go ahead and bring that one down. Okay, so I'd have to say I think that's a good roaring fire right there. That fire will stay lit. I could keep feeding that wood even bigger stuff if I wanted to, but I'm going to go ahead and let this one burn out. Okay, now for the rest of the video. I still got the nice good draft going under the tinder, so that's what's keeping this fire going. As long as you don't bury yourself and smother out your own fire, you should be doing fine. Okay, so that was a failure. Okay, to sum this video up, this particular fire took 3 attempts to light, and that was using a lighter. So could you imagine trying to use something more challenging, such as a limited supply of matches, flint and steel, rubbing 2 sticks together, whatever. But I'm just saying that with a lighter, it's not as easy as you'd think it would be if you haven't practiced something like this. And a wet lighter, that's almost going to be useless to you. So I'm just saying that this video isn't on how to light a campfire. I just want to show that if there's a situation that you have to start a fire under not so ideal conditions, it could be quite a challenge, and failure could make your situation worse. So practice your skills, make your mistakes under more safer controlled conditions, and learn from them. That way if the situation ever does come up where it is needed, you are at least practiced and skilled enough to prevail through that part of the challenge. So that's, like I said, this is more of what I've learned from actually going out and applying the skill. So and like I say, any comments, helpful advice, just send them in the comment box, or they're welcomed and appreciated. But it's showing that I got the fire going really good now. All the bigger stuff is caught. That's what it takes to get a fire going under not so great conditions. I mean, you have to keep feeding the fire, keep working with it, feed it the tinder it needs, keep the flame going.